right, a beautiful morning to you all out there. How you doing? Thank God it's Friday. To all our Muslim brothers and sisters, I say Jumat Mubarak today. All right, I'm Teresa Ateyemi, your anchor on today's program on Pitch Talk. Always your anchor on Pitch Talk. And you know Pitch Talk is all about we saying it the way it is. We don't have anything to hide. We just say it the way it is. If it's raw, we say it raw with a little kind of maturity put in it. You understand what I'm talking about? So Pitch Talk will say it the way it is. Thank God it's Friday. I'm so happy to be here again today. Like I do say every time, that it's not easy to be alive. If you're alive, you have to glorify the great name of the Almighty. You don't have to think about what is putting you down, what is dragging you backward, what is causing failure in your life. All you just have to do is just be grateful. Grateful at every time, because they say when there is life, there is hope. I don't know whatever you're passing through right now, but I know we are all passing through something. I tell you, it's just different stories. We nail them together, but our thoughts, our prayers are not all the same. So it's different stories, but don't ever let depression set into your life. Stand up and fight depression. If you're depressed, stand up and fight it. And if you're fighting depression, keep up the good fight. And remember, the greatest phase in life is minding your own business. Always trying to mind your business. Whatever that does not concern you, whatever that doesn't concern you, don't get yourself into it. Just mind your business. All right, yes, that's how we do it on Pitch Talk every Friday. And this morning I'll be starting with my 3 top stories as usual. Yes, the Court of Appeal Abuja Division has cleared the All Progressive Congress APC to participate in the general election starting on Saturday. The court set aside the judgment of the Federal High Court in Abuja, which affirmed the decision of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Zamfara, you know where I'm talking about, INEC, to bar the ruling party from fielding candidates in the state. But Daily Post reported that Justice John Mojuk of the Federal High Court, Abuja, the judgment delivered on 25th January, held that INEC was right to have the listed names of candidates because things were not done there rightly, but the court ruled that the APC failed to conduct a valid primary within the period scheduled by the electoral body. However, a 3-man panel of the appeal court led by Justice Abdullah Boki held that the Federal High Court lacked the jurisdiction to have entertained this suit. And according to TVC, adding that it was an abuse of court process, the judge further stated that the suit at the Federal High Court was filed out of time. He said the Electoral Act provides for 14 days to institute a suit after the course of action had risen. The appeal court noted that the suit was filed 15 days after and therefore rendered the action incompetent. And now again, talk about the ballot box snatchers, about what President Buhari said. The chairman, Presidential Advisory Council Against Corruption, Professor Shesages SAN, has listed instances in which law enforcement officer is allowed to gun down a ballot box snatcher. He made this known in a statement issued in Abuja, that was yesterday. The senior advocate said President Muhammad Buhari threats that ballot box snatchers could lose their lives ought not to evoke fear in the minds of persons who have the intention of engaging in election malpractice. I buy that idea. That's a good one. And again, before I drop on that, let me say this again. The third top story of the week is gunmen attack Oshibajo's convoy in Ilorin. I don't know, maybe you're aware of that. APC condemns the attack. PDP denies involvement of members, says it's intra-party crisis. Ilorin, unknown gunmen reportedly attacked the convoy of the Vice President, Professor Yemi Oshibajo, in Isalia local area of Ilorin late Thursday afternoon. That was yesterday, during which no fewer than 4 persons reportedly sustained injuries. APC condemns the attack. PDP denies involvement of members, and All Progressive Congress APC in a swift reaction Thursday night condemned the act in stronger terms, while the ruling People's Democratic Party PDP in the state disassociated itself from the act. According to the statement by Rafiu Ajakai, the media aide to APC governorship candidate, we condemn the attack today in Ilorin on the convoy of the Vice President of the Vice President, Professor Yemi Oshibajo, by armed PDP thugs. All I just want to say is that tomorrow is the day that we are all going there to vote. If you know what you want, you are 18 and above 18 years, you have the right to vote. Go out there and vote. Do not sell your vote. No vote buying, no thuggery, no ballot box snatching. You just have to be careful and no hate speeches. If you're out there, you want to vote, go and vote. Remember, the greatest phase in life is minding your own business. All you just have to do is mind your own business. All right, now we'll do it on Pitch Talk every Friday. I don't introduce my guest like that. There's a way I introduce my guest. I'll be back after my guest profile. Don't touch that time. Our guest on Pitch Talk today is Alhaji Adumade Olaitan. He is a professional teacher,
administrator and proprietor of Waslat Schools with over 2 decades of professional experience. In his educational pursuit, he attended the following institutions and backed the following qualifications: Lagos State College of Education, now Adeniro Ogunsoye, NCE; Lagos State University, BSc in Education; European American University, M. Masters in Education; Luhansk University, Ukraine, PGD. Alhaji Adumadeni is widely traveled and exposed, having been privileged to travel to countries such as Germany, Ukraine, Canada, and Holland, to mention a few. While in these countries, he devotedly studied the educational system with view to infusing knowledge gained into Nigerian education for improvement. Alhaji Olaito desire to ensure that Nigerian youth got quality education led to the establishment of Waslat Schools. He has always been a very active member of NAPS over the years. His resilient commitment and contribution towards the development and growth of NAPS are evidence in the position he has occupied so far. Alhaji Wasiu is a philanthropist. He is the chief executive and sole financier of Waslat Foundation. Waslat Foundation has, among other things, done the following: provision of borehole to communities, provision of scholarship to indigent students, financial empowerment to the less privileged, payment of monthly stipends to the aged, yearly sponsorship of the deserving members of the public to holy pilgrimage to Saudi Arabia. Alhaji Wasiu has received over 50 awards on behalf of the school and himself for his contribution to the society. You are welcome, sir, to Pitch Talk with Tessie.
All right, welcome back. You're welcome, sir, to the show.
Thank you very much for having me around.
It's good having you, sir.
Yeah.
All right, sir. We'll be talking about the education system in Nigeria.
Okay.
Because when we look at the education system in Nigeria, I think there is a form of partial in it. There's partiality, let me just put it that way. Because when you look at schools in Lagos State and you look at schools in the northern area, they are two different things entirely. Do you understand where I'm coming from, sir?
Okay.
Yes, even in Ogun State, there's a school in Akute. It's a secondary school. If you see the school that's at Akute, is the new bridge they're constructing in Akute, sir, that school needs to be visited by the government. It's a public school, like they call it, a government school. But sir, that school is nothing to write home about. I just don't want to start the school and bring it to here so that people will see what is really happening to Nigerians and to the education system in Nigeria, sir.
Okay, thank you once again for having me around. Talking about the education system in Nigeria, we have to start from the basis. We all agree that all is not well with the education system in Nigeria. We are not where we are supposed to be. The quality of education has fallen. Don't let me say it's falling, it has fallen. If you go back to the basis, to the 70s, to the 60s, even up to the early 80s, it's not what we used to have in terms of the quality and standard of education then that we have now. In those days, even a school's primary 6 living certificate holder, the quality of that kind of person is not the same with even a school cert holder today. And even today we have some graduates that I don't know how best to describe them, but they are not worth more than some school cert holder. Ironically, we in the private sector happens to be a major employer of labor, and we have seen situations where we see people with university degree that cannot compose a sentence right, and all this is pointing to the direction that says the quality of education is very low, and something needs to be done about it, and urgently too.
Even Nigeria now is populated to be like the population of the out of children in school in Nigeria is something else. Like, I don't know, maybe something can be done. When you go out like this time now, you see some children on the road hawking water, hawking drinks, hawking stuff. I think there was a time they said government were picking up those children, but I think they've stopped. Because coming to what this one, I said, some children, why some children are in school, some are on the road hawking. Something should be done. Because now,
the statistics says that we have about 13 million children out of schools in Nigeria, and it's the top in sub-Saharan Africa. We are the top in that direction, where we have so many millions of children that are supposed to be in school that are not in school. And the government did not realize that education is the basis that determines the future of this country. Every other thing is secondary. And if we neglect education, if we neglect those children, they will be the problem of this country in the future. Yes, those children are there, and it is the responsibility of the government to make sure that there is compulsory and free education from childhood to at least to the basic. The basic now is not GSS3.
Yeah.
Yes, the basic is now GSS3. That there should be compulsory, not just free and optional. That means it's free, you can go, you might not go, but it should be free and compulsory. And parents should be made responsible if their children did not attend this free and compulsory education. They should be prosecuted. If you have a child and that child is supposed to be in school and that child is found hawking, then the parents of that child should be prosecuted. Because if these children did not go to school, they become easy tools in the hands of the evil makers. And that is why you see all these youths, small children these days, some of them they are not even just out of school, they are even out of home. Some of them sleeps in the garage. They sleeps in the garage, and the touts, the hooligans, they use them as easy tools to do their nefarious activities. And the government needs to take this serious. The government is not taking this serious enough. Government of Nigeria is not taking education serious enough. We are not giving it the priority that it deserves. All these children in garage need to be raided. They need to be put in school. There should be a special school for delinquent children like that. Because those children that have spent years in the garage might not fit into a regular school. A special school should be created to rehabilitate this kind of children. Then you now bring them to the normal. No children should be left out. There should be a law, a policy which will be implemented. Because one thing about Nigeria, there is one thing to have a law, another thing is to make sure that those law works. There should be a law that will work, that will ensure that no child in compulsory schooling age should be outside without being in school.
All right, sir. Now, in those days when I was growing up, I'm young, sir.
You are still growing up. It's
when
okay.
I was little then,
okay.
In those days, public school, these government schools, they are performing so wonderful. I went to a private secondary school, and when we go out for competition, they trash us out. They trash us in debate, in football, in sports, in everything. They trash us. But in these days now, in this day, if we now say public school and private school have taken over. Because most parents now, even the little they have, they prefer to spend it. They prefer to take their children, their wards to a private school and pay and spend their last on them. They don't care. Just because the quality, everything has dropped. Private school has taken over, sir.
I agree with you. I agree with you that private school have taken over. I am also a product of public school, and I know the quality of education we receive them. and sorry to say that is not what obtains again. And the major reason is that the government is not giving education the attention, the priority that it deserves. United Nations advocates that 26% of budgetary allocation should be given to education. The last budget of federal government allocated to education is about 7%. Look at the gap between 26 recommended by UN and 7% allocated by Nigerian government. Then we cannot have much. Nigeria is a highly populated country, and most of the higher percentage of this population are the youths. These are the school going category. So we have a high number of children that wants to go to school, and that is why the government has a responsibility to create that capacity to accommodate this large volume of students that needs to go to school. But unfortunately, that is not a priority, and that is why you get to see some public schools today that have as much as 100 students in a classroom. There's not much you can achieve under that circumstance, and that is why the quality and the standard keep dropping. The infrastructures are not there. The government are not building as much schools that they're supposed to provide for the masses to go along with the increase in the population. Then the teachers too are not there. You see, that's another big factor that is affecting the quality of education. The teacher factor has about 70% role to play in the quality of education, because I tell people that there is no way you can give what you don't have. If the teacher is not good, if the teacher is not quality, if the standard of the teacher is not high itself, there is nothing to pass on to the pupils. And what happens today? Only people that doesn't have slots in regular courses will go for teacher education, and that is a social factor too that has to do. The society now look at teaching profession as a profession that is in the lowest in the scale of a profession, and the sentiment has been passed to even the youth. Ask students in classroom today, how many of you want to be a teacher tomorrow? I was
about to say something.
Ask them, how many of you want to be a teacher tomorrow? Most of them will not want to respond. But ask for lawyer and doctor. Everybody want to be lawyer, everybody want to be doctor. And you find out that it is only those at the average ability or below average ability that will want to go and do education in the university. And what can you get of somebody of below average ability? And these are people that eventually come out and become teacher. So when you don't have quality teacher, you cannot have quality education. To enhance the quality of education, we have to start with the teachers or the teaching profession. Let the government professionalize teaching. In Finland, for example, where they have the best system of education, the teachers are one of the high-rated profession in Finland. You cannot go to classroom to teach unless you have minimum of master's degree in Finland.
Finland?
Yes. So it is the best of the best that are in that profession. So when you are very good, look, for instance, now compare education course and medicine as a profession.
As a profession.
You go to university, you spend about 6, 7, 8 years to become a medical doctor. The society respects you.
Yeah.
But the same university you go, you spend 4 years, or you go to college of education, you spend 3 years and become a teacher. Then they look at you as inferior to doctor. Even the quality of training you have received is not the same.
It's not the same.
So you cannot deliver the same thing to the society. So what the government needs to do first and foremost is to enhance and upgrade the quality of teachers. Let them make sure that it is only some category of people that can practice that profession. Yes, we have a teacher registration council now, but they are just there as a policy. They are not empowered to enforce anything. There are so many teachers in the classroom today that are not registered with teacher registration council, and they don't even regulate. There are so many people that doesn't have teaching profession that are in the classrooms today. So all these things need to be fine-tuned to make sure that it is only the best of the best that comes to the classroom as a teacher. Then what will make the best of the best go to classroom? Of course, the emolument too. The emolument too had to be upgraded. Let's teaching profession be attractive. Everything, it might not be just financial inducement. It might not be pay teacher 1 million naira per month before you go, but give teacher some concession. Okay, if you are a teacher, if you want to buy a car, you pay half a price.
Half a price.
Everybody will want to be a teacher. If you are a teacher, you have opportunity to have government quarters free of charge. So all these things will attract the best brain to teaching profession. Then we will get the best out of them, which the overall effect will be the increase in standard of education for our country.
I was about to ask you that what can be done, but you said it also. So on the final note, sir, what can you say? What do you have to say, sir?
What I have to say is I want to appeal to the society, because everything boils down from the society and perception. You see, the perception of the society that indicate that teaching profession is the profession of the poor should be eradicated. You find out that parents don't even want to give their daughter to teachers for fear of poverty. In those days, teachers are the most, even in our traditional cultural days, we high-rate teachers in the society. If there's a teacher in the community, everybody revered that this is a teacher you respect and things like that. We should go back to that drawing board, and the society should try giving respect and honor to teachers, so that teachers themselves will be happy with the profession. You see, one thing about teaching profession that I want to emphasize again, it's not a profession you go into because you don't have a job, or because you are brilliant. If you don't have a passion for the job, it's better you don't do it, because it's something you do with your conscience. It's something you do without supervision. It's something you do because you like doing. Imparting knowledge is a big business. It's something that you have aptitude for to do, and it is only when you have all these qualities that you do it well. And I tell my teachers, for example, that you have not taught until you are able to change the behavior of those students in your class. You can stand in a class and talk for 2 hours, and at the end of the day, nobody makes any sense of what you are saying. That is not teaching. Teaching means changing, transforming somebody from a state of no knowledge to a state of being knowledgeable. So we all have, the whole society, the parents, the government, the teachers themselves, the society in general, we all have a role to play in making sure that we improve the quality of education, because we must always remember that without improving the quality of education, then the country cannot improve.
All right, thank you very much, sir. So good having you on the program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. All right, that's all we can take on education this morning. Remember, tomorrow is Saturday. You need to go out there and vote. Do not sell your vote. Don't ever sell your vote. Don't ever sell your vote. All right, I'll be back after the joke of the week with my next guest on set. Stay tuned.
guest today on Pitch Talk is MC Mbakara. MC Mbakara is from Cross River State in Nigeria, a graduate from the University of Calabar, a husband and father of two. MC Mbakara is an actor, comedian, philanthropist, and a businessman. He is passionate in discovering, nurturing, and promoting young talent in Nigeria. He performed in top comedy events alongside AY, Agudai, and many more. His latest project is the MC Mbakara Next Rated concert holding in Lagos.
Alright, welcome back. Yes, and you know who I have on set? I have a comedian this morning on set this morning.
Shy.
Welcome to the show.
I'm very shy. Like seeing myself on that TV. Like, are you for real? I didn't know that this was how packaged I was going to, come out. Man, I'm excited. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, Nigeria. And then my family at home. I had to ask my wife and kids to stay on MITV till they see me. Nobody should eat. So they are fasting in their house. I hope you are proud of me. Then those of you from Cross River State, Calabar, now I'm here the second time. Are you not proud? Are you not happy? Thanks for having me, Tessie.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, now let's start with that joke. Since you're a comedian, the joke of the day on Pitch Talk. Like, it's only in Nigeria that you see 10 boys, as in teaching only one girl how to swim.
The truth is not in Nigeria alone, no, it's everywhere. Amazingly, you see, when I saw that joke, why I think we start with that joke is that's how I got my wife. Teaching her how to swim in Calabar, and when I got there were other people teaching her how to swim, but I'm a diver, so I taught her backstroke, front stroke, middle stroke, and so when she saw my swimming prowess, she just discovered that if this guy can swim like this, then he should be very good. So you see, that joke is not just a joke, it's prophetic. It's a prophetic joke.
It's a prophetic
yes.
joke.
So you are a guy out there, you are looking for a wife, go to a swimming pool.
I imagine.
Teach 1 or 2 girls how to swim. Before you teach 5, 1 will marry you. Take this one for free.
What you say?
I did tell you. I love that.
All right, what has been happening to you?
Man,
On and on,
up and down. I mean, I still want to say thank you to you and the management of MITV. You gave me the first platform in Lagos last year, and since then I refused to leave Lagos because it's a land of fulfilling dreams, whether in business, in entertainment. And trust me, since I came to Lagos, it's been awesome. I've been seriously. There's something we call they say Benin people get wings, Benin people get wings, Benin people get wings. I say, man, wings no dey Lagos, so I don't dey Lagos for at least up to 1 year now. Winch never pressed me for 1 day. You know why? They hold up before Winch go leave Ikeja. Come reach Aja. Hold up. I don't record. They don't break. No, Lagos is interesting. In Calabar we don't see hold up. It's just if you can forget your pen at home and then you go back and carry it. For me to leave just to come to this place here, I know how long I spent on the road, so I've learned patience. Lagos is just where you should come. You learn patience, you learn to be humble, because every day we fight on the road. Lagos is just an act on its own. So if you have been in Lagos State, those of you watching from other states, you won't understand, but those of you that have been in Lagos State for more than 1 year, 10 years, you will make heaven.
So we'll make heaven.
No, all of you will make heaven.
Why? How?
Because you have patience now. I didn't have to stop right now. Normally my wife, I need to get time for her makeup, all those things. I don't leave them. Say use your own car and come and say, but there's no need to hurry because you still go and wait on the road. So right now I just sit down. Anytime the woman finish her makeup, because we are going to go and wait again on the road. So I mean, it's amazing. Over the past 1 year, and I've been able to, my career has really grown over the past 1 year here in Lagos. Truly, Lagos is a land that fulfills dreams. It has catapulted me. I mean, I would say I've had over 60% increase both in fan base, financially. Lagos has just been awesome, and that gave birth to the show. I'm coming up with Next Rated Concert is a show to give platform to other young entertainers. I feel after the revolution of AY and his category of entertainers, nobody has come out again to say, I want to fetch new talents. So I now felt, well, this is a market that is empty. Why don't I come out to fetch new talent in Nigeria? And then let's bring the new, because people are getting bored with the recent repetition of the same acts every day. People want to see something new, want to hear new sounds. I mean, somebody brought the Zanku sound, you know, because after we got into Shaku, you know, everybody got it was nice. Somebody brought the Zanku, them Zlatan, and then, you know, he brought something new, and then everybody picked it. People are tired. And Nigeria, one thing I know about Nigeria, they get bored very easily. Yeah, so they want new talent, new jokes, they want to hear new materials. And so I felt, man, if I'm in Lagos where we have all of this, why don't we create a platform for bringing new talent? And so that's what I came to do again in Lagos, and that's what I'm about to do. So next weekend we are having auditioning, and I think people that really wants to know about that, maybe if you give me time I'll talk more about that, but people that wants to know more about that should just follow me on my handles, and then they can always chat me up. I'll let them know how we want to discover these talents.
And you're saying they should follow you up on your handles?
Yes, Instagram at MC Mbakara, at MC Mbakara, MCMBAKARA. That's just it. Follow me on Instagram. I think that will be fine. At MC Mbakara. It's free. The forms are free. Yeah, and you're for the upcoming acts, and you're going.
What are you going to give them?
They are winning 1 million cash prize. They are going to that's the first prize. Okay. You want to start singing? The way you just even the man in the control just turned and looked at me and said, "Excuse me, 1 million naira." Okay, it's not for you. It's not for old talent. Your talent is old. It's for new talent. All right. So 1 million first prize, 500 for the second prize, 300,000 for the third prize, and then you are going to be sharing the big stage with Two-Face Idibia. You're sharing with Mayor Cool.
Are you sure Two-Face is going to be there? Because you know Lagos shows serve at times. They will tell you you're going to sit with. Like when I was in school, something happened.
Right.
That was in school, not in Lagos State. When I was in school, then we got invited to this show, and they said Two-Face will be performing. So they scam us. We are scammed. We paid. When we now got to the show now, where is Two-Face? And they just say Two-Face of Olabisi and Obanjo.
Okay, first of all,
up is not kind of
Two-Face now. You don't see. It should be said, you don't see me finish. You don't believe say you don't see me finish. Now let me ask you, when they talked about that in your school, was it showed on MIT?
It was not shown on MIT View.
It was not shown on MIT. Did you hear it on any radio station?
No.
If I put Two-Face face on this, I put Two-Face face and Face's face on a poster in Lagos, and Two-Face is now away, don't you think I'll be arrested?
Yes. Right.
The brand is too big to play with that now.
Yeah,
and then I'm coming on air or TV to say that again on a prestigious TV like this. No, it's not possible. They're going to share stage. We also have a plan that the musical talent that we are going to discover, we will try to see how we will make them even perform and do a song with these big stars. So it's and then for the comedians, we are going to the two biggest event managers in Nigeria in terms of showbiz, Smile Global Entertainment, and of course Larry Makun.
That's Smile Global, right?
Yeah, Smile Global and Larry Makun are the two event planners doing one event, doing this event for me.
Wow!
So you can see the caliber of people that are here. So you should know that we are not joking.
I think I should start learning how to sing.
Tessie, what I will advise you is just stay where you are. Where you are surviving. When you come there, you might start from afresh again. Because I don't want you to start begging me money. And then how will I be calling you when you see me and you now call me boss? It's me that used to call you boss. No, just imagine the guy of this station now start working under you. How will you feel? Say God forbid.
God forbid. God forbid.
Yeah. So that's it, man. I really want to invite every young talent. If you're watching me now, just follow me at MC Mbakara. You are going to have a swell time. Next week is the auditioning, 2nd and 3rd of March. It's happening at Otelos Lounge. The show is 26th of May.
Of May.
Yeah. So we are going to do the auditioning. Yeah, because the place is going to be crowded.
Okay. Is it going to be a day thing?
2 days auditioning.
2 days auditioning.
Yeah. Okay. You saw what happened in Big Brother?
Yeah. The crowd.
My God.
The crowd.
My God. When I saw what happened in Big Brother, I think we really need to, the government need to start looking into entertainment. It's an oil well they are not looking into. They should start looking into entertainment. When I saw the crowd, it was not just about unemployment. People say unemployment.
I have an artist, I have a star artist that was there.
Do you understand? It was not just unemployment. It was
away from South Africa.
It is
what from SA.
What do they need? What do the people need? The young people want to express themselves. Give us platform.
Give us platform.
All we want is to express ourselves, and Big Brother seems to be the only thing that is available at the moment. And so that's why we gave birth to the MC Bakara Next project. So at least support Big Brother. Baba, they feel me. It's just to support me. So you are out there. Even my parents, my mother called me and asked me, Alpha, you go auditioning. I said, see, because she for like go. I said, my mother is young. Say she for let go. I said, do you know what happened inside the house? Me, I would have gone, but I'm married and I know myself. I'm married. I can't control myself.
You can't control yourself?
No. So I can't. Bible say anything that will make you sin, cut it off.
Confession.
No, I go stay for that house for 3 months. No, I can't go there. I can't go there. So ladies and gentlemen out there, just come enjoy with us 2nd and 3rd of March, Hotelos Lounge here at VI, 36 Yaradua Street. That's where you're having the audition. Everybody that is talented should just come and have fun. Everybody, even plus you can come, I'll manage you.
So after the audition, then to the final.
Yes, after the audition, what we are going to do is, now that we are here, I'm still going to talk. We're going to be showing all of them on different TV stations, even here, so they will just people can see them and vote them for the best entertainer, and that's how they go to the finals.
That's how they go to the finals. Oh, that's a very good one. All right, Mr. Bakara, we have to go. That's it on Pitch Talk today. All right, do you have anything to say before we leave? What do you have to say to the young people out there?
All I want to say is be focused. Tomorrow is the day that Nigeria decides. Please, all of us should go out there. Let us vote wisely. Choose who you want, and let us pray for this country, Nigeria. Whether you are Muslim, whether you are Christian, let's pray for this country, Nigeria. Let God give us his own leader, somebody to lead us. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here. I appreciate this opportunity.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, that's it on Pitch Talk today. Join us same time next week on Pitch Talk, only on MITV, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. to 12 noon. I'm Teresa Ateyemi. Be good to yourself. Remember, tomorrow is a day to decide. Vote by yourself. Don't let anybody confuse you. Don't be convinced by anybody. No vote buying, no vote thuggery, no ballot box snatching. No, please, be careful. Tomorrow are no hate speeches. And wherever you go to, they come, no be address. So wherever you go to, wherever you're going to, let people know where you're going to. It's a bye-bye from my end. Bye-bye.
No sell your photo, no need to fight, oh. Because your picking no go join you. They won't corner, they laugh you. Oh, no sell your photo. Yeah, okay. If you look at the situation, everything harsh for this our nation. Poverty rising and inflation, lines still day for the fuel station. Things gotta change, my determination. This election, no intimidation. Protect your selection, we gotta make sure everybody votes count for the future.
Shine your eye, well. Don't let anybody deceive you. Don't let them take your vote from you. Now your future be that too. Yeah, now your future be